guys, it's Amy. We've been doing baby led weaning with Natalie since she started eating. I know thinking about how to introduce solids to your baby can be an intimidating process. I'm not an expert, but I want to share with you some things I learned about baby led weaning as well as some tips that might help you. So when is your baby ready? Experts say to wait until your baby's around 6 months old to start introducing solids. But follow your baby's cues because every baby is different. The biggest sign for us was when Natalie kept taking food out of my hand or my plate and putting it into her mouth. There's so many benefits to baby-led weaning. For one, it's so much easier to offer finger foods than to blend purees all the time. They're feeding themselves, so you get to eat at the same time, which to me is super convenient. Babies develop good eating habits. They learn how to chew before swallowing, and it's educational. They learn so much more about food than they would with purees. They learn about the different tastes and the different textures, and they get to practice their motor skills and hand-eye coordination. There's always going to be a risk of choking whether you're offering finger foods or solids. And obviously, supervision is necessary anytime you're offering your baby solids. In the beginning, your baby is going to gag quite a bit, and there's a difference between gagging and choking. A baby's gag reflex is much closer to the front of their mouth than an adult is, and it's totally normal for a baby to gag until she gets more and more used to moving food around in their mouth. Natalie definitely gagged quite a bit in the beginning, and over time became less and less, and now at 11 months old, she rarely gags at all and is eating very well. Here are my 4 tips for baby-led weaning. Tip number 1, always offer milk before meal times. I always nurse Natalie before feeding her, and I tell daycare to offer her her bottle before giving her food because it's more important to me for her to finish her milk, and it doesn't bother me if she doesn't finish her food. Tip number 2, relax and try not to think about how much she's eating. Remember, it's a learning experience, so she's probably not eating much at all, and that's okay. And the gagging, it's totally normal. Tip number 3, it might get a little messy, so try using one of those bibs with a food catcher, or you can just feed her naked. And lastly, put down just a few pieces of food in front of her at a time. I find that if I put too much in front of her, she'll start losing interest. Remember, you don't have to follow baby-led weaning strictly. You can do a mixture of the two. You can do finger foods and spoon feeding if that's what works best for you. She's smiling at Daddy right now. We absolutely love baby-led weaning, and I can see how much she's learned and how well she's eating. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Can I have some? Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's so nice of you. Kisses.